least that's my hope, but I don't want to say too much. Yeah, DSP canceled his own documentary by Mike Clum. Yeah, well, if you've been following DSP, okay, then we're gonna do this TikTok giveaway. I swear to God, because I keep forgetting. I'm just gonna pull it up on. I'm gonna pull it up here on my browser so that I can't forget, because it's gonna be right here on screen. Okay. Okay. And where to go? Okay. So, yeah, DSP, if you've been following recently, kind of what went wrong or has been going on with it, it's very interesting. He has been getting trolled by people who, like, okay, let me just break it down. So normally on YouTube, okay, this is like little DSP segment, because it's also interesting with just how YouTube and streaming works. So if you don't know DSP, blah blah blah, DSP is the dark side. So yeah, if you don't know DSP is this guy. He is the one that like has been like really toxic. He's been a streamer, a YouTuber for like 15 years. Tons of like racist and sexist crap in his past. He was caught masturbating on stream one day. He forgot to turn his camera off when he started the pre-stream, and so his camera's on while he's doing his business. He has an addiction to a mobile game called WWE Champions and spends thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on it regularly. Like he is a lol cow of all lol cows. And he was having a documentary produced by Mike Clum, who's the same guy that produced the Boogie, not Boogie with the Hoodie, the Boogie documentary. You remember this one? No, not this one. This 4.7 million views. So he produced this, and he was working on a documentary on DSP, and people got like really excited for it, that, oh, there's going to be a documentary on DSP. And apparently he had a few meetings with DSP, and then DSP decided not to go through with it. And there's a bunch of reasons for it. There's people thinking that maybe Mike was getting too close. And Mike, he said that he was going to interview employees for WWE Champions and potentially call them out there, because like it's all but confirmed that DSP has this account down from the rafters. And this guy TJ Gamebox, he plays the game at the same time, the same events and everything, but doesn't spend a penny. So he can figure out what the max score you can get without spending money on it is. And then he compares it to where Phil's account lands. And then he's able to do basic math to figure out what microtransactions he's bought. And so in a single night or weekend, he'll spend $1,600 on the game. $1,600 on a mobile game. What? And then he'll get on stream and he'll be like, guys, I'm running really low on funds. I have bills to pay. I have taxes to pay. I need you guys to donate more. And then he goes and spends all the money on a mobile game, which is why I think it's fair to call him a scammer, because he's taking money and lying to people about it, you know? And I think at that point it's fair game. You know, I think at that point it's fair game. And it's like a Candy Crush WWE game. It's a whole thing. And so what's going on right now is that there's a new wave of trolling, because if you don't know, the Argentinian peso to a US dollar is like real bad. Okay. Like right now, like 5 pesos is like 1/6 of a cent in US dollars. Okay. Their currency's not doing super great right now. And so what people have done is they've started using VPNs to go on YouTube and then buy with Argentinian pesos, or Argentine pesos, I guess, and buy memberships on his channels and gift them to the community for pennies. So they'll buy like 10 memberships for 6 cents, or they'll buy 100 memberships for 61 cents. You know, like, so they'll buy hundreds of memberships for less than $1. And so Phil's take after YouTube takes their 30% is like 40 cents for 100 memberships. And what that does is that all of his community now doesn't have a reason to buy a membership or to gift memberships to the rest of the community. They have no reason to do it. So instead, they go and just continue on watching his stuff, enjoying it somehow, but they have no reason to buy their own stuff at full price in the US, adjusted for the US dollar. So his income has dropped like 40%, according to him, in the last like month because of this new troll thing. Now, here's the deal. This is not like an exploit, okay? This is technically a feature of YouTube. If you guys were to do this, which to be very, very clear, I'm not asking or telling you to do this, okay? But I'm saying hypothetically, if somebody were to troll me in this way, I think it would be awesome because my community would get more memberships. We could have more people in the member only streams. I think it'd be super cool, right? But for DSP, all he can think of is how it's affecting, you know, the however many hundreds of dollars he's losing, or he's saying thousands of dollars he's losing. Because now there's no reason to buy a membership or gift real memberships because there's already thousands of memberships outstanding on his channel. Like every troll that watches his videos and streams now has a membership. So like they've completely ruined the whole thing. So with it, it's just like, I think for most normal streamers and YouTubers, they would just be like, hey, cool, the community's bigger. This is one of the perks of YouTube being a global platform, is that you can see this type of thing happening and they can adjust the pricing for memberships so that people, even in countries where their currency is screwed up, they can still get the perks of what YouTube has to offer. I think that that's a good thing. Somebody like DSP, he has started banning anyone that speaks like Spanish in his chat because he thinks they're Argentinian. He has taken to banning anybody who starts gifting memberships. So like he's just going scorched earth. And it's pretty freaking hilarious. So that's what's going on with DSP right now, is that he's kind of freaking out because his income is plummeting. And one of the things with DSP is that when he gets stressed emotionally, he spends more money on this mobile game. So he gets stressed about money and then he drops $1,600 on the mobile game, which puts him in an even worse financial position. And because he declared bankruptcy, like however many, like 2-3 years ago, because he had racked up tens upon tens upon tens of thousands of dollars in credit card debt from things like this, he now doesn't have credit cards. All of this is just like straight cash and straight out of his checking account. So he's just running out of money. He's just zeroing it out because he's addicted to this mobile game. It's honestly pretty sad. It's pretty sad and pathetic, but people have tried to help him time and time again, and he just will ban them. He'll call them haters. He'll call them detractors, whatever else. And it's honestly just like kind of pathetic. I mean, it just is. And at the point where I stop feeling bad for you is when people start like scamming their audience, which is what this is. I mean, that it's just real talk. That's what this is. It's lying to his audience, saying that he needs help, he needs financial help because he's desperate, blah, blah, blah. And then it just flips around and it turns out he's spending all the money on a mobile game. You lose respect pretty quickly at that point. So that documentary would have been delicious. It would have been amazing, because I think what would have happened is that like Mike Clum would be able to go and just like film him kind of covertly and just see him while he's in his house playing that mobile game, because he will wake up at 3 a.m. to play it. He'll wake up in the middle of the night in like a cold sweat. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just outrageous. So yeah, maybe we'll still get it. Right now, Mike is trying to still like schmooze Phil into letting it happen. So he's trying to like tell him, oh, well, we just need to figure it out, and I can assuage any concerns you have. And, you know, he's trying to calm him down. And so he's not going to be super hardcore with him. Because he's got to plump him up and he's got to keep him happy, and we'll see if it works. Yeah, end of the daily DSP segment. Jacob hates the DSP segment. I can't stand it. I mean, it's kind of funny to a degree. It is kind of funny, like where I'm at, like it couldn't happen to a nicer guy if he's going to scam his audience. I mean, at this point, if you're donating money to him, I don't like there are plenty of ways that you could find out that this is not a guy you should be giving your money. But so if you're still giving him your money, I don't feel that bad for you losing it. But the fact that he's still lying to people about it is where I kind of, it's just pathetic. It's stupid. Collaborating with distracted review tech, and it's gonna, yeah, he was talking to everybody. I emailed Mike Clum. Like Mike was willing to talk to anybody, even remotely involved. And that's what a documentarian should do. They should be willing to talk to everybody like that. But DSP wanted a puff piece. He didn't want a serious documentary calling out the good and bad. And so he tried to shut it down. You know? It's like Gus Fring said, never trust an addict. Never trust an addict. Iviga, I think it might be Stockholm Syndrome. He berates his audience, calls them idiots that they still give him money. I think a lot of it is also like a financial domination fetish. We've talked about that on stream before, but I think that that's honestly what it is with a lot of his crew. Let's see this. Mr. Donkey did a video on Pal World.